Hi, this is Joey from Two Blokes from Blighty. Before we crack into the episode, we're going to hear a little advert from our good friend at Talking Smack. Take it away, Josh.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Do you love comics, movies, video games, and more? We do too. Join me, Josh Scar, and my cast of colorful co-hosts on Talking Smack. Look for our yellow and red icon on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, and other podcast players.
Thank you for removing my password for, quite frankly, most things. Is what he says every morning in the mirror, zipping up the dogs. People, if they've seen the light of cryptocurrency.
That is nothing to do with me. You very much made your own bed there, Timothy.
Well, whack that weasel.
Don't whack the weasel while you're listening to this, listener. That's especially if you're doing your morning commute. That would be seemed unfavourable by the train. Oh, I'm going to cut that word obvious now.
Why obviously?
Maybe that's what it is. I've been conditioned by Call of Duty. Why the fuck has he done this? I think if you looked at it from probably 100 metres away, you'd go, that's a dog. The closer you got, you go, ugh, that's a dog. If you go, there's nothing sexual about this, in my head, I think there might be something sexual about it.
Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose. It's Two Blokes from Blighty. I'm one of your hosts, Tim, at Wembembo and everything. You can find me there. And I'm also joined by Joey Fitz, my brother. Hello.
Hello.
You reeled at that one.
I've always thought if ever I'm on a podcast that quotes Seal, I'll leave it.
Do you not think of the appeal?
So this is my last Two Blokes from Blighty. I've got nothing against Seal. It's just a terrible song, isn't it?
Baby, I compare to a kiss from a rose.
Right, on that note, I am joined by the ever-brazen Tim Fitzgerald. How are you doing, Tim?
I'm abrasive, is what I'm doing. I don't know, I feel like being very grating today.
I was going to call you Chucklesome.
Chucklesome?
Yeah, maybe that would have fit better.
What? Okay. I know we were talking about favourite insults from, I think it might have been
last episode.
Last episode. Can we bring back some old insults like chuckle nuts?
Yeah, if you want.
All right, cool.
Chuckle nuts, really, real quick one.
Okay. Oh, right, that backfired immediately. Go on.
I'm going to cut all of this out of the episode. Jenny has just texted me saying, what's the Disney password?
Let me find it. But yeah, absolutely, please cut this out because this is my actual factual Disney password.
This, by the way, Tim, I was testing out a new mode on this keyboard where the individual lights light up. And this is what I've accidentally written in your WhatsApp chat.
Penis typewriter. Hello, why are you not working?
Hello?
Hello, I'm crying. Disney.
You
have to include the burp. Oh god, I actually got a taste. Yeah, you got it. Big old claps. Thank you for removing my password for, quite frankly, most things. In fact, fun segue. I need to change a bunch of my passwords because my Rockstar account got compromised.
How did your Rockstar account get compromised?
I am not sure, but I got 2 emails from Rockstar on Monday morning. One saying, "Hey, a sign-in attempt was attempted in Beijing. Was this you?" And I was like, "Well, I don't think I've been to Beijing recently, so probably not." Okay. And then I got a second email from Rockstar that was entirely in Chinese, and it referenced an attempt at a change of email address. I was like, "Ooh, that's suspicious." So I got on there, and I guess they'd already changed my name because it changed from my old user handle of TFits Audio to Loud TFits Audio Woe.
Wow.
No. But then just got that sorted, two-factor authentication. So I'm currently going through all of my passwords and resetting everything.
Was it the same password as the one that you just given me?
I don't think it is. No, I don't think it was. I've changed it now at the very least.
Cool.
So gone.
That's a fun hacking story to start the episode with.
I know, what a chuckle nuts breaking into my fucking Rockstar account.
What a doolally looper.
Yeah. So Joey, I have a fun quiz prepared for you, but I don't know if you want to do the holidays first.
Have you got a pub quiz question?
I do have a pub quiz question.
We'll start with that.
Right.
We'll do the holidays, and then we'll do the fun quiz.
Cool. Nice and easy question this week from ChatGPT. Which famous author wrote the classic novel Pride and Prejudice?
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Not J.R.R. Tolkien, but they are British. So that should narrow it down.
Huey Lewis in the News.
It wasn't Huey Lewis in the News, nor was it Hugh Mungo in the news.
Was Hugh Mungo in the film?
Hugh Mungo might have been in the movie, actually. Let me check. Hugh Mungo. Pride and... I've written Hugh Mungo. Hugh Grant.
For anyone who missed our episode 2 weeks ago, Hugh Grant's middle name is Mungo, therefore we're calling him Hugh Mungo.
He's not in Pride and Prejudice, but apparently he's in a film called Sense and Sensibility. So...
one and the same as well.
One and the same at that point, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I actually don't know the... is it Jane Austen? Just yes or no, and I'll bleep it.
Yes.
Okay, give me a thumbs up. So I've ruined that for you. And I edit this, so that's not getting cut out. Tim, do you want a national holiday?
Yeah, let's talk days of the week.
This episode is going out on the 16th of August.
Okay.
There's a few days that I'm not sure which one you'll choose here, if I'm totally honest. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
National Roller Coaster Day.
Okay.
Strong start.
Very strong start. Love a roller coaster.
National Backflow Prevention Day.
Backflow prevention? I thought you said backflip at first.
No, we wouldn't want to prevent a backflip.
That'd be too sweet.
Backflow prevention, it's all about honouring backflow prevention professionals.
I'm none the wiser.
I think it's about sewage and making sure sewage goes the right way.
Well, you don't want to come in... Okay, I have a story about this, actually. So carry on with the days.
Then National Airborne Day.
As in just being in the air?
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Then here's the two that I think you'll struggle with. And I hope there's one I really hope you pick, and then one I really hope you don't pick.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. There is yeah, we'll go with two. I'm cutting a few of these out there. Some of them are a bit shit. National Rum Day.
Okay.
Or National Tell a Joke Day.
Oh, okay. So this whole day seems like a very Wembembo kind of day because I love a roller coaster, I love rum, I love being in the air, love
you
sewage.
love shitting backwards. May 6th, August 16th. It's all coming up, Tim.
Okay, here's what we're
audio.
doing.
Whoa.
Here's what we're doing. We're going to do all of them.
No, we're not. We're going to choose
Can we
one
not?
of them. No. One. We don't break the rules 6 weeks in, Tim.
I'm going to go with National Tell a Joke Day.
Yes.
Joey's celebrating.
He chose the right one. Well done.
All right. Go-to joke. What's your go-to joke?
My go-to joke is quite visual. It doesn't work for a podcast.
Go on.
Lobster walks into a bar, giving it all that.
He's pinching his hands.
Giving it all that. That's my go-to. That's the one I really like.
For me,
what's yours?
Why does Edward Woodward have so many D's in his name?
Because otherwise he'd be called Ewoo-woo-woo.
Ewa-woo-wah. And there's also the one that I really like because it's just fucking stupid. There's three men and they're wandering in the woods and they find a lamp and one of them gives it a rub and a genie comes out. And
oh, you've told this on here and on mainline. Is this the arms going clockwise?
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go
listener, sift
all...
back through all 103 episodes we've released by now. It might be 104. Find where Tim has that and comment on Slade's Twitter at Slade Plays Games the episode number that you think it might be, with no context, just at Slade Plays Games, and then episode, and then a number.
If actually a fun bit of audience participation, I'm going to when this episode comes out, I'll be going to Versus Fighting, the big European tournament, on the 18th. So what I want everyone to do when this episode comes out is film a friend or a family member or a loved one or a neighbor or something. You saying to them, everyone, lift your arms in the air and give Wembembo your energy and scream. The more people that you get doing it, the more points you'll receive.
Fucking hell, Tim. What has this become?
It's audience participation.
9 minutes in, and I'm cutting minutes out of this because you gave me sensitive information.
Well, yeah, just my PIN number. So I have a quiz for you, Joey. I was looking at one of Reddit's big features, which is multi-Reddit, where you can essentially have multiple select feeds on the same page. And I've come up with a fun game called Onion or Not the Onion.
Right? I think we've done this.
We haven't on the mainline one, have we? No, we did like a summary of stories, but this is headlines. So
I think we did this.
We did Florida or RPG.
No, I think I did Onion or Not the Onion.
Did you do Onion or Not the Onion?
Don't know. We're 21 episodes into Two Blokes from Blighty.
I don't remember shit I talked about 3 days ago, let alone
that's nearly a full day's worth of content you'll have received from us. I don't remember if... I'm sure we've done this.
Well, there's no harm in doing it.
No, not at all. Go for it.
Cool. So I'm going to give you 10 headlines as I read them here, and you're going to tell me whether or not you think it's from The Onion or whether it's a real article.
Okay.
Cool. Number 1. Trees planted by city in East Portland 2 years ago are dead because the city didn't water them.
True.
That is true. Good job, Portland. Next one. Pentagon officials panic after Chinese president shows up to fight them in parking lot.
Onion.
Very much onion, yes. Have a look. Stepdad claims watching raccoons fight by dumpster is better than any zoo.
Onion.
That is onion. You are right. Next one. Italian man crushed to death under falling cheese wheels.
Real.
That one is real. It happened yesterday, actually, at the time of recording.
Rest in peace, cheese man.
Bene.
Isn't Bene good?
It's like great, yeah. Zoom. Okay, this is a good one. Zoom orders workers back to the office.
True, because I read that article this morning.
That's very funny.
It is funny.
That's very, very funny. Let's have a look here. Ron DeSantis announces he will live as a slave for 1 year to prove, quote, it's not that bad.
That sounds like an onion.
There
I don't think, no, because of your reaction when I said it, I think that's true.
It's the onion.
Oh, damn it.
Ron DeSantis is an awful human being, but that's an onion article.
Gonna have to search who that is. I don't know the name.
He is the Florida representative, I think. I think he's the Florida Congress member. Let's have a look here. Australia hires consultant to advise government on its consultants.
That very much sounds real.
That is real. And then last one, I don't know if it's 10 or not. I've not been keeping count. A dog hit the pedal on a golf cart and ran over a 4-year-old who was uninjured.
True, because the Onion would have written that very differently.
How do you think they'd have done it? They'd have done it as a cartoon, like a political cartoon.
No, they would have had the headline something like 4 age of child hit by dog in golf cart.
Cat sitter instructed
Hold
on how to overfeed
that was
cats.
Real, right?
That one was real, yeah.
Good, yeah.
Cat sitter instructed on how to overfeed cats is another good one.
Cat sitter instruct. That's the Onion.
That is the Onion. That'll be the last one I do. I've lost.
What was my score?
I'm gonna go with like 90% because you got one wrong.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, good. Shall we go into crypto?
Yes. Are you ready?
I can be. Oh, hang on. You.
Once again, I'm not wearing my glasses because I've aged even further since our last recording. 6 to 10 weeks, we have a new song, and I fucking pray it won't go on as long. So listen up to our crypto theme and listen about Tim's investment in memes. Cryptocurrency, oh what a fuss, a digital maze causing much distrust, investing blindly with no real clue. Blech. Investing blindly with no real clue. How foolish it is, this crypto hullabaloo. Tim thought crypto was a game to win. He dove right in, let excitement begin. But prices fell and his dreams turned grey. Tim's money's vanished, a lesson to stay. ChatGPT keeps writing the verse. AI is becoming a bit of a curse. Honestly, I think that Joey got lazy and Tim's future's looking real hazy. Crypto and NFTs, some say they're dumb. But hey, Tim put in, so let's have some fun. Digital gold, it's too good to be true. A roller coaster ride for when Bembo and you. Joey's tired of talking about Dogecoin, it's true. Chasing trends, he's got better things to do. From memes to charts, it's all the same noise. Time to break free and find some new joys. I asked AI for a jingle of what a sight. Now my regrets shining oh so bright. 4 lines it spun with digital might. Next time in, I'll jingle with human delight. If you ever think about buying money online.
Don't fucking do it. It's a waste of time. That last verse went very off rails.
Like, yeah, I felt a bit dirty singing jingle with human delight. Like putting a bell on your cock. It's horrible. How's
Well, it's called a bell end.
Exactly. How's Dogecoin doing?
38.22. So we're up from last week, but down from a couple of weeks ago. So middling, we'll say.
Some would say after 20 weeks and you fluctuating about £2, this segment should come to an end.
You reckon?
I don't want to sing this fucking song anymore.
4 more weeks of it, and then we're good. Look, if I have to watch Catwoman for another fucking 3 months,
that is nothing to do with me. You very much made your own bed there, Timothy. Don't give me you have to sing every week because I watch a shit film every week.
I'm not saying because I watch the shit film.
Fuck all from this song.
I get fuck all from Catwoman.
You get fun times from Catwoman. I would still have the fun times of this podcast if I never sang that fucking jingle again. Joey's put the jingle in here, so here you go. 6 to 10 weeks, we have a new song, and I fucking pray it won't go on as long. So listen up to our crypto theme and listen about Tim's investment in memes. Cryptocurrency, oh what a fuss, a digital maze causing much distrust, investing blindly with no real clue. Blech. Investing blindly with no real clue. How foolish it is, this crypto hullabaloo. Tim thought crypto was a game to win. He dove right in, let excitement begin. But prices fell and his dreams turned grey. Tim's money's vanished, a lesson to stay. ChatGPT keeps writing the verse. AI is becoming a bit of a curse. Honestly, I think that Joey got lazy and Tim's future's looking real hazy. Crypto and NFTs, some say they're dumb. But hey, Tim put in, so let's have some fun. Digital gold, it's too good to be true. A roller coaster ride for when Bembo and you. Joey's tired of talking about Dogecoin, it's true. Chasing trends, he's got better things to do. From memes to charts, it's all the same noise. Time to break free and find some new joys. I asked AI for a jingle of what a sight. Now my regrets shining oh so bright. 4 lines it spun with digital might. Next time in, I'll jingle with human delight. If you ever think about buying money online.
Don't fucking do it. It's a waste of time. Alright, good.
Oh, Tim, what's your crypto tip of the week?
Crypto tip of the week. I need the audience to, as of my crypto advice, to go out into the street and ask people if they've seen the light of cryptocurrency.
Cool.
Good.
Josh told me there's an episode of Futurama all about cryptocurrency, and he said it's quite good for some sound bites. So for next episode, I might see what I can do.
Is this in the Futurama reboot, or is that out yet?
In the new, he said the latest episode, so I imagine it's.
I imagine it's out then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Futurama had some very sad episodes for like no reason.
I only really remember the one about the dog.
Seymour. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. The one about his grandson being the first man to Mars is also heartbreaking. The one with the bees is heartbreaking. The final episode of the original run is heartbreaking.
Stop watching it.
No, it's good. It's
good.
good.
Speaking of shit dogs, let's move on to mad shit.
Mad shit in the morning.
With the weasel. Weasel.
Whack that weasel.
Don't whack the weasel while you're listening to this, listener. That's especially if you're doing your morning commute, that would be seemed unfavourable by the
Especially on
train.
public transport.
So this week's mad shit is one of about 25 sent to us by the darling Slade Island, and I have told him the only one that we're counting in this competition.
Yes.
As a reminder, Dan, lovely Dan from Casting Views. I've got a story about Dan that I'll tell you about in a minute. Lovely, and sorry to make that sound ominous, Dan. I promise you're not in any trouble. Dan from Casting Views is first with the phallic fish, balls and all, from Argentina.
I forgot it had balls.
That has an 8.5 out of 10 on our mad shit.
On the madometer.
On the crazy scale. I'm glad you said scale, because I would have just kept going up in note until I thought of a word. I was going to say crazy thermometer, but that's not a thing. So the crazometer, that was an 8.5 out of 10. Tim.
Yep.
Slade's article.
Yes. To read the headline, he's for real. Meet Toko, the man going viral for his first walks as a human dog.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a story about a man who spent 12,500 euros. I'm just looking up what the alternative currency. Oh, Tim, it's yen. I would have never guessed.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it could have been anywhere. I maybe would have guessed French and not Japanese. So.
Do the French use euros?
Yes, Tim. The French use euros.
Okay.
They used to use francs.
That's what I was thinking of.
They haven't used francs for probably 18 years.
All right. Well, I haven't been to France in maybe 20 years.
So this man has spent 2 million yen, which is approximately 12,800 euros, on a custom-made human collie costume. Tim, first thing I want to understand or get from you is whether you understand why the fuck has he done this?
So, reading the article, he was talking about how he has these aspirations of being a dog and being a good boy. And I know Eastern culture, and in particular Japanese culture and mannerisms and tropes and all that are quite removed from Western a lot of the time. This is so far off the deep end in terms of remove that I can't understand the connection he's trying to make.
The other thing in the article that I think... So first things first, the thing of the costume, I think if you looked at it from probably 100 meters away, you go, that's a dog. The closer you got, you go, that's a dog. And then you got even closer and you go, okay, that's some sicko dressed as a dog who's obviously trying to kill someone.
I thought it was just quite unwell.
Well, yeah, a very, very sick dog that you would probably want to put out of your misery yourself. The other thing in the article, have you read the whole article?
I skim read it this week.
He basically finished it was going, yeah, I've spent all this money to look like a dog. I've gone on my first walk. 6 million views on YouTube. It's not sexual. Look, if you go, there's nothing sexual about this, in my head, I think there might be something sexual about it.
So I know we reference It's Always Sunny a lot, but when they write the letter about the four dudes and their three dudes in their party mansion, and they keep explicitly putting nothing sexual in there. Yeah, this is exactly what this is.
Well, it would be like me going to the shop and buying a can of Coke and a cucumber and go, thanks for that. It's Nothing to do with sex.
Yeah.
What the guy behind the counter is thinking is, that cucumber's going up his arse.
Yeah.
Going, yeah, I spent all this money to make myself like a dog. Nothing to do with sex, though.
No sex.
It seems unprompted.
Yeah, it's a bit of the lady doth protest too much.
I'm going to start doing that on this podcast. We're going to go through a subject, and I'm going to say something, and I'll go,
Not sexual.
not sexual.
Not race related.
Might steer away from that one, Tim.
I can't remember what comedian it was that I saw, but I saw him in 2010. And he was talking about on stage. He wanted to coin the phrase "I'm not being racist, but" again.
Mhm.
So he could do things like, "I'm not being racist, but when's the next bus?" That's sort of thing.
That's good.
That's very
good.
funny. This is unusual and settling. Sorry, not settling, unsettling. The opposite.
I feel very much at home with this man.
I'm calm. Because you're right. From a far away thing, you might just think, "Oh, that's a big dog." And then you get a bit closer, and you're like, "That dog doesn't look well." And it's like, and then you get even closer, you're like, "That man doesn't look well."
That man looks like a very sick dog.
But
it's not sexual.
Have you watched the videos of it playing around?
No, I don't want to.
I skimmed read the article and I watched some of the videos of it rolling around and interacting with other dogs.
Oh, I lie. I saw the first 10 seconds and it rolled over, and it was one of the funniest things I've seen because it looks awful.
So if you were to stand still, you could convince me that it's a stuffed dog.
It does look taxidermied.
That's the thing. If you look at it, I'm looking at the second photo in the article of it, like kind of sat down on the ground, and its face, its body looks like it could be alive, but its face definitely looks stuffed.
Do you think this is a real dog that they've hollowed out?
Like an old tree.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, you'd have to go through the bark. Oh, he's got joked.
Happy National Tell a Joke Day, people.
All right, what are you rating this for mad shit?
It was a rough read.
Hey, you gave me pause for thought.
Fuck's sake, it ticks all the boxes.
If he's not careful, he's going to get collied.
Fucking hell, that's awful. If you put him behind bars, it would be a Shih Tzu.
This is bordering on unhinged.
It's not bordering on unhinged.
It is unhinged. Unleashed, even, you could say.
The thing is, if the internet didn't exist and I read this in a newspaper, I'd go, bloody hell, that's weird. I've seen someone who spent more than double this to try and look like David Beckham.
I've seen that guy as well.
And he looks fuck all like him.
That's got to be like a body dysmorphia thing, right?
I think this might do as well.
Yeah, probably.
I hate my flesh so much that I wish to look like a stuffed dog.
I did not wish to be born with the sins of the flesh, is what he says every morning in the mirror, zipping up the dogs.
I give it a 6 out of 10.
I was going to go for an 8.
Really?
I think it's quite a bit mad, especially looking at the video.
I'm watching the video. The worst thing about it is when they go on a walk, in bunny quotes, he's just on a trolley. She's pulling him around on a fucking trolley.
And it's just a man on his hands and knees for presumably minutes at a time.
What a waste of €13,000.
I hate it.
6 out of 10.
8 out of 10. That gives it a 7 out of 10 on average, which means Dan is still in the lead with penis fish.
It's gonna take a lot to get Dan's penis off the top there.
Yeah. You had a story about Dan.
Yeah, so last week we ran a promo for Dan and Casting Views, and he must have heard the episode today. Thanks for listening, Dan. And he sent me a message, and I was in the pub when I read it, and I nearly spat my drink.
Okay.
So he said, thanks for running the promo again. Tell Tim I'm responding to his letters, but I'm currently on page 245 of my response, and I can see you stalking me.
I don't remember what I said, to be honest. So
we said we're going to run the promo for Casting Views, and then you said please respond to my letters, Dan. And I said, please to respond to me following you in the street.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I'm just taking a photo because Mum just tried to call me.
Call her. Just call her.
All right, cool. One
on
sec.
speakerphone.
All right.
Well, you did get her to do another introduction for the podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you get her to say, but first, here's Talking Smack.
Hello, Mum. Hello, you okay?
Yeah. Just that Disney Plus has logged me out.
Yeah, Disney had a big old issue this week, and it logged a lot of people out, myself included, because I got the same thing from Joey and Payne's parents. We're still recording, and I've got you on speakerphone. Do you want to say a quick hello to the podcast listeners?
Hello, podcast listeners. This is Tim's mom.
Not Joey's mum.
You can't hear Joey, but he has just said not Joey's mom then.
Well, I didn't know Joey's there. Tim and Joey's mom.
Do you want to say a little thing about you're listening to Two Blokes from Blighty?
Again.
I said it's time.
This is fast becoming an awful introduction, Mum.
Anyway, is there any way you can send me my login details to Disney Plus?
Yeah, sorry, your login details.
Your login.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll text you after recording.
Ask her what she wants to watch on Disney Plus.
Oh, Joey wants to know what you want to watch on Disney Plus.
Only Murders in the Building.
Season 1 or 2?
She's not allowed unless she's watching The Bear.
Sorry, season 3?
She's not allowed unless she's watching The Bear.
Joey says you're not allowed to unless you watch The Bear.
I don't want to watch The Bear.
I mean, you heard it here, Joey. Mum obviously can't hear you, so feel free to retort in however means you see fit.
Fuck off, Mum.
I'm not saying that one.
Oh, text me that.
All right, yeah, I'll text you the password. Have you got my email?
I don't know. No.
All right, fine. I'll text you that as well.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you in a bit. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
What a great bit of the podcast. A lot of clapping in the last couple of weeks.
Well, we're saying a lot more than he's cutting out.
Yeah, it's true. Right, where were we? Human dogs and sins of the flesh.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Dan's penis fish. Joey stalking Dan and spitting his drink at the pub.
Yeah, that was where we were at.
I saw someone at the train station the other day, and it got me thinking about more people watching. So I want to do more people watching for just like stories.
Okay.
And this guy was clearly having a very bad time in either his day, week, month, year, whatever.
Okay.
Because he had obviously been crying recently. He was smoking. He had a tinny in his hand. He was just not doing well. He was kind of like really heavily carrying himself. And then
you were like, "Whoa, this mirror's really shiny."
I'm so glad I bought this mirror. But then like I was looking thinking that'd be really sad if it wasn't for the shirt that he was wearing, which made it pretty funny, which is just all it said on it was just in black and white text, as Christmassy as it gets. Oh,
that poor guy.
I know.
I've got two things to talk to you about, Tim. On the topic of, you go first.
On the topic of European currency, because we're obviously talking about euros and francs, did I ever show you my 5 Reichmark piece?
No.
So this is something I've just taken off the shelf here a minute ago. This is a 5 Reichmark piece that I found on the way to Tesco on the floor.
Nice.
When I was living in Bristol. And I had my housemate at the time, his granddad worked for the Mint. He took it away and had it tested. And it's real, which is interesting because someone's carrying Reichmarks to Tesco. But the thing is on the back, Adolf Hitler.
Fucking hell. And you keep that in that love heart frame.
I keep it in my wallet, so if I'm hit by a car, the ambulance drivers know what's up.
Oh, we better look after this guy.
He did Nazi, that car coming. I've been playing World at War today.
I wonder why you've done that. Ooh.
I wonder.
So, 2 things.
Yeah.
I've been having a conversation with the Northern boy.
The Northern lad. He should not be named.
The Northern lad who complained that we use his name too much. But, here we are. Oh, I've just got a message from Dan at Casting Views. Wow, that's fun. And Slader's just sent me a message saying, "Send me the video of the dude breaking his knee." If you wanted reminding of that, Tim. So the Northern Boy and I, we were basically joking about and trying to come up with metaphors that would sound really funny out of context.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a few of them now. It started off with like two donkeys standing on top of each other. And then this is literally our chat, okay? So there's no words between this. Northern Boy said it's like curling up with a good book when you're homesick from school. And I replied with, like a sandbag full of room temperature oysters. He said, like an amputated leg. I said, like 6 dwarves rolling down a hill.
All right, I like it.
Like the Titanic on her maiden voyage.
Cool, yeah.
I said, like a genie contemplating life.
I like it, yeah.
He said, like Santa tying up his shoes before the big day. I said, like a misty meadow after a napalm strike.
Jesus Christ.
He said, like dry socks after a swim in the ocean. I said, like a sack of screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Like the smell of rain after your house burns down.
These are getting a little more and more disjointed as they go.
And then I said, he has a cock like a week of Wednesdays.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And then Northern Boy finished it with, like the corkscrew penis of a happy swimming duck. And I wondered if you wanted to come up with some insane metaphors that people would have to guess what you're talking about. And they don't need to make any sense. You can say like a with a, and anything works.
Like a man in a dog costume.
Like a man in a dog costume. Or you could say, what can I say outside? Like a
Star Wars fan stuck outside.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really fun game to just come up with metaphors. And people can have a guess at what they think you're talking about, but it's nonsense.
Yeah.
So you could walk past someone down the street and say, for example, like a misty meadow after a napalm strike, and they'll go, the fuck are they talking about? We used to play this game when I was at uni where we'd see someone far away enough that we knew they couldn't hear us. And as me and my flatmate got closer to them, we'd go something along the lines of, and that's when I said, well, this isn't human meat.
Just something very strange for someone else to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit like desperate looking at my shelf and just seeing that it's covered in anime and video game shit. I'm trying to make it a little more pop cultural reference than that.
Like listening to Taylor Swift after a long nap.
A bit like seeing Catwoman trapped between 2 slices of bread.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Sure.
Exactly.
I like this.
Yeah, it's good. I think we should do it and carry it on when you've had a bit of time to think about it.
I'm gonna start writing these down.
Do it. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was today. I'm in my office, right? I record here, I work here. It's a warm room.
Yeah.
And I like to work with the lights on or with some form of light so that I'm not like a hermit.
Yeah.
The only problem with this is it's a warm room. I open the window for a bit of ventilation. What happens?
Bird flies in.
Bugs.
Bugs
Fly in, and it drives me mad. I hate bugs.
You need to get yourself a mosquito net.
So I've got myself a mosquito net. It's
amazing.
Over the window. Happy days. Today, a fly must have flown in from downstairs. It's in my office. I'm a little bit annoyed at this. So I grab something that's near to me.
Near and dear.
And I was going to throw it at the fly. And I did. And it tore the magnet off of my mosquito net, and I threw my copy of Bloodborne halfway across the garden. Jenny was working downstairs and was like, what the fuck was that about? I had to really sheepishly go down there and be like, I was just getting rid of a fly.
I need to find this video. Okay, I'm going to get your reaction to this. Annoyingly, the title kind of ruins the joke.
I'm not looking at the title.
Can you describe what you're seeing?
I'm looking at something outside that says clobbered his ass. And it's someone, I imagine, spraying bug... Went to spray bug repellent at a bug, but just threw the can instead.
Yeah, just throw a can of bug spray at a spider.
Yeah.
I caught a big fucking spider in our flat the other day.
What do you do with spiders?
Throw them outside.
You don't kill them?
No, I don't kill them.
Good.
The only insect I will kill on site is wasps.
Moths.
Fuck wasps. No,
Moths
I'll do that with a moth. And
I hate moths.
I know you don't like dragonflies in that either, though.
I fucking hate dragonflies.
Is it the speed?
It's the hovering in front of you.
They go like that. They're in front of your
they're
face.
really, really horrible little bastards. They're always talking about you behind your back and saying that they would have achieved better school grades than you. Awful things.
It's really demeaning, frankly.
Yeah, it's really horrible. Never liked it.
Yeah.
What was I going to say to you, Tim? Oh, okay. So this was brought up in a work meeting.
Moths or
no, completely different subject. Have you ever heard of skibbity toilet?
Skibbity toilet?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna need to enlighten me.
Can you go onto YouTube and just search skibbity toilet?
How am I spelling this?
SKIBIDI.
Skibbity toilet. There's a video here called Skibbity Toilet 56.
You want number 7 is the one that people know the best.
Hey. Skibbity. It's a YouTube short. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah, it's 27 seconds. And I just want you to tell me what's going on.
It's allowed. Right. I don't know if we're looking at the same thing. It's like a Gmod animation.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
Right. So tell me what's happening.
I genuinely can't hear you over skibbity bop bop coming out of toilet.
So turn it down.
I would, but YouTube Shorts on desktop does not allow you to do that.
It does.
It doesn't. I've only got mute and unmute.
Well. So what are you seeing?
So I'm seeing a Gmod animation, and for those who don't know what Gmod is, it's a program that was built on the Source 2 engine, the same thing as Half-Life 2, basically just to fuck around with like objects and player models and stuff, and make shorts and little games, whatever. And it's a first-person shot of a guy approaching a toilet with a head coming out while it's singing a song that says something like skibbity bop bop, whatever it is. And then he flushes the toilet, turns around, and there's several more heads and toilets approach him singing this before a loud explosion happens, and then a giant angry head comes out of a toilet shouting the song, and then the man is attacked by a head toilet.
So this is the shortened version. As you said at the start, there are 56 plus of these. I think there's more. The reason I know about it is because a YouTuber I watched spoke about it.
Who's the YouTuber? Give them a shout out.
No. So
I need to get off my screen. It's really unsettling.
This skibbity toilet is what. So to me, it's what we laughed at when we were young teens and kids. It's a YouTube short, essentially.
Yeah.
So as millennials, I would say that's our entry level to YouTube humor. Gen Z missed that, and they went for a completely different style of humor. This is what Generation Alpha, which is the current one, find funny.
See, I find weird, no context shorts funny. Like, I've got one saved on my TikTok account, and as a 30-year-old man, I love saying that. It's all it is. It's just like a 3D concept art animation of a box being made and just closing. And just for some reason, the tag that's in there is #relatable, and it just fucking gets me every time.
Fair enough.
Just something about that offset humor and like it's just slightly off is really, really funny to me.
So this skibbity toilet, the reason that this got spoken about is because it's one account that makes them, right? And
Yes.
loads of people try and copy it, but it's this one account where the main ones come from. On YouTube alone, there's a playlist called Skibbity Toilet Season 1 All Episodes.
Okay.
88 million views.
Fucking hell.
Skibbity Toilet Season 2, all episodes, 114 million views. Skibbity Toilet Season 3, all episodes, 192 million views.
First of all, why are people getting in later than season 1?
But this, well, I mean, I am seeing an edit here where it's Andrew Tate as the Skibbity Toilet, which is funny.
That's very funny, yep.
However, this is mental to me. This is Generation Alpha, 2 generations after us, Tim, finding the entry-level shit that we watched on YouTube hilarious. And people make, like, secret videos, all the secrets of Skibbity Toilet, and it bangs views. Like, if you were a content creator, I was a content creator now, I would put a screenshot of Skibbity Toilet on every single thumbnail I made.
That's just
because
popular.
it would bang views.
By the way, when I said I'm going to close my tab because it's unsettling, I closed my tab and immediately opened to the picture of the dog suit again. So I can't escape this unsettled nightmare. And if I close that tab, all I get is humongo Pride and Prejudice.
Very good. Tim, what's Tom Hanks doing?
He is on season 3 of Skibbity Toilet. He's down the rabbit hole.
I was just about to say he's halfway through season 2, and he's starting to understand the hype.
So is the Skibbity Toilet thing just an ARG or what?
What's ARG?
Alternative reality game. So like a developer will put like a coordinate or something in their game, and it kind of corresponds to a real life coordinate, and like there's a prize there or something.
Nope, it's literally just an animation that someone's made in Gmod.
Gmod animation can be really, really hard.
This is not one of them.
Yeah,
it doesn't. They haven't gone for realism. They've gone for wacky and out there. And if any, I urge the listeners: if you are, what's millennial age?
I mean, it's up to 1991, I think.
Is it?
1990 or 1991.
If you are between 25 and 40.
25 and 40?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're between 29 and 40. Let's extend that a little bit further. I urge you, if you're listening to this, search Skibbity Toilet on YouTube and tell me it's not the kind of shit that you would watch when you were 13, thinking it was really funny on YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I know I watched a lot of those YouTube poop series. Like,
I never got them. You also used to like that fucking Potter Puppet Pals.
I did. Like, that's so the guy who made Potter Puppet Pals, obviously an undeniably successful series of YouTube videos. There's a guy called Nigel C. Guerra, and he is all over the place with stuff that shaped a lot of modern internet meme culture. So he does the what's the guy who sings I Want to Get Away? Lenny Kravitz Dragonfly video, that was him. The was it the Oasis today video? He's behind that.
So he has a lot to answer for, is what you're telling me.
Yes. But he is all over the place.
Just as a fun little tidbit, you know, typewriter is the longest single word. You can also write Potter Puppet on the top line of your keyboard.
Really?
Oh,
very, very cool.
There you go.
I know you can write Alaska on a single line of a keyboard.
Is this the content you're here for, people?
Cryptocurrency and keyboard words.
Yeah.
Keyboard words. All words are keyboard words.
What do you talk about on your podcast? We talk about the words. All of the keyboard words.
All the words. Like a fight milk presentation. Fight with the power of a crow.
Oh, I need to watch more. It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Have you got any TV recommendations for me?
Not lately, no. We've just been trying to get through South Park.
Is there new South Park?
There is new South Park. It's pretty good.
So surely that's a TV recommendation.
Yeah, but I figured that's been on since the early 90s?
Something like that.
Yeah. I was watching an episode where they were talking about QAnon and like all these conspiracy theories and all that. and they were saying they had this whole thing where it's like the Hollywood elites are just there to like push down the little people, and like it was scanning across all these photos of these Hollywood celebrities like Oprah and Tom Cruise, and also it had Trey Parker and Matt Stone in their basketball promos.
Very good.
That's very funny.
Right, Tim, I think it's time to wrap it up for the week.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us the answer to the quiz?
Yeah, the author of Pride and Prejudice. If you didn't guess it, now's your chance. 3, 2, 1. It's Jane Austen.
I did already say that in the first 5 minutes of the episode. So.
You did. I'm hoping you'll beep it, but a little part of me hopes you won't either.
A little part of you probably knows I'm not going to.
Probably not.
Mum said that password didn't work, by the way.
Oh, okay. I like that.
So it's going to be a lot of edits, cutting out your Disney Plus details.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What's your pin?
I do know it. I'm not going to say except.
What is it? Cool. Thanks.
No problem.
Do I cut that?
Please.
Have I already had my beep of the week?
There's been a few, I think.
Has there? There's been some... Oh, yes, I remember. I need to cut that thing, not that I said during the man dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cut your pin just because you said that.
Thank you.
Okay.
You owe me.
Tim, anything else you want to say to the listener? Oh, how are we celebrating National Tell a Joke Day?
Well, tell a joke. In fact, I want you to post your favourite joke in the Discord.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Do that. We're looking forward to the chuckles. The ever chucklesome Tim Fitzgerald will be lolling away at his desk.
I'll be lamowing IRL. I'll be Ruffle.
Some crazy Ruffle boy.
Yeah. All right, get out of here, you chuckle nuts. We'll see you next week.
Take that, you bastards.
Take that, you bastards.